So can you not hear me, or can you hear me because you're responding?
Welcome to the
Am I too
podcast
loud
where
or
we talk
too
about
low?
everything and everything comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Welcome to the Crapshoot Podcast, where we talk about everything and
James.
everything. So the Crapshoot Podcast.
I call him
where we talk
James.
about everything
Everyone
and
else
everything
calls him
comes out of the
Jimmy. It just
Crapshoot
works like
Podcast, where
that.
everything and everything comes out of the Crapshoot Podcast.
A lot of things happened this week, James.
I'm going to jail.
Some movies dropped, James, that we were going to watch, but we didn't watch because you're busy this week, and maybe next week we can watch them.
What movie?
The biggest movie of the year, James. The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan.
Were we going to see that?
I thought we were going to see that.
I mean, if you want to see it, we can see it. I didn't know that was.
But then again, I did hear. I heard like a couple people say that it was boring. And if there's any one thing about a movie that I dislike the most, it's if it's boring. You know, I'm okay with bad movies. Like a movie can be really bad, you know, like Venom, but it would still be entertaining to watch. But if a movie is boring, man, I don't know if I want to sit through, you know, like a 3-hour movie. How long is The Odyssey? It's like 3 hours, right? I don't want to sit through like a 3-hour movie just to be bored out of my mind. So I don't know, but I have a feeling that it's going to be all right because I did hear that it's a good movie. But you know, they said that about other kinds of movies that I didn't like.
2 minutes.
Sorry, what?
2 hours and 52 minutes.
Yeah, so basically 3 hours. 3-hour movie.
52 minutes?
I mean, James, have you already seen The Odyssey?
No, I haven't. I'm sure it's something my brother wants to go watch, and he'll try to get me to go see, even though I've been telling him constantly, I don't think this looks good.
Well, that's what everyone was saying before they watched it, and then they watched it and they were like, "Man, this is a great movie."
Everybody was saying that for the dumbest reasons, in my opinion. People were like, "Oh, historical accuracy. It's not real, guys."
Well, the one reason I remember you saying was also dumb. You were like, "Oh, why does the Cyclops look like that?"
Yeah, and guess what? This is the one thing I know.
Oh, yeah?
I've been vindicated on that, JD. He removed most of the fucking magical stuff from this movie minus like 3 gods. And one of them, I'd argue, is not as important as the other ones.
Right.
He has removed so much stuff from this movie to try to cut it down instead of just making this like a 2-parter or just making it a longer movie.
I mean, the Odyssey is a pretty long story.
It's an epic
story. It's an epic, so
you can't tell it. And this is my thing. I hate when people try to condense it because it's like, no, there's so much important stuff to the character's journey.
And Christopher Nolan, he has to turn this whole epic into a 2.5-hour movie. So
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Sorry, 3-hour movie. It's too long. I think 3 hours is too long.
Should have just been a 2-parter movie. I thought it was supposed to be 2 movies. I didn't know it was going to be all done in one movie.
No, of course. It's all in one trip, you know?
And they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They casted Matt Damon to play the young and old Odysseus instead of just having Tom Holland play young Odysseus.
Oh yeah, that is what happened. I know you're like when the trailers first dropped for Odysseus, the teasers, you were like, "Oh, Tom Holland's going to be young Odysseus and then Matt Damon's going to be old Odysseus." Nope.
Well, I was like,
there's only one Odysseus, James, and that's Matt Damon.
There's only ever been one Odysseus. There's only going to be one Odysseus.
There's going to be one Odysseus, and that's Matt Damon. I heard he was all right as Odysseus.
Oh, I'm sure
I don't think I've heard any complaints about him.
It's an issue of you're not going to be able to tell the passage of time properly. Because firstly, you're casting actors to play the young and old versions of a 20-year gap, and you don't visually change them more than having them grow out a beard.
His hair turns white. Thank you very much, James.
Does it turn white, JD? Does it turn white?
It turns white. Turns
JD,
white.
Does it actually turn white, or does he still just have his hair?
James, I watched the movie. Okay, it turns white.
You haven't watched it. Shut
I mean, I haven't watched the movie, but I've heard. I also haven't even seen clips of it really that much, other than the clips from the trailer that people use. They don't use any clips from the movie itself.
So I've only seen 2 clips. They're not spoilers. It's Travis Scott's scene where he's a poet telling the story of.
I was about to say I did hear Travis Scott was in the movie.
Travis Scott's in the movie. He's a poet while talking to Eurydice or whatever, Telemachus, Odysseus' son, and
Eurydice,
the other.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's the guy that dies. The first, I think it's the first Trojan soldier that dies actually, is
Uh-huh.
Eurydice. But Telemachus is Odysseus' son, and he sings a song of praise of Odysseus' past adventures. I think that's what Travis Scott does. And then the only other scene I know is John Leguizamo, the guy from John Wick, JD, our most quoted movie, I think. It's an abrupt cut of a scene where he's talking to Telemachus, I think, and then it
Yeah.
abruptly cuts to him throwing a puppy over a cliffside.
Wait, which John Wick are you talking about? John Wick 1?
The first one, he's the car guy. He
Oh
stole
yeah.
John Wick's car.
Yeah, that guy.
So he's in this
Oh, you
movie
stole his car and
as
killed his dog, huh? That's something.
he's killing dogs. I've only seen this clip because somebody recorded it, but it's him like talking to, I think, Telemachus about Odysseus's dog, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, and it took us a long time to find the right mutt for Odysseus," and then it jump cuts like literally unseamless cut to John Leguizamo picking up a puppy, rotating it a bit, and then throwing it over a cliffside. It's so
What is going on? What is going on in the Odyssey, James? What is the Odyssey actually about?
when I tell you some things did not need to get cut, this is one of them that should have. We didn't need to see you because the bond of Odysseus and his dog isn't as important to have like this kind of scene for it. You can just have the scene of Odysseus being with his dog when he's called to war, and then him finding his dog at the end of the movie, the dog recognizing him, but being too weak to go say hi, and he cannot go meet the dog, or else people will know he is Odysseus. You just need those scenes. You don't need them showing him picking the dogs and throwing the mutts off a cliff. It's so
Yeah,
I
you do, Christopher Nolan. Thank you
uh,
for putting that in the movie.
I'm starting to
Um,
think you do.
I heard that was I talking about before you mentioned the dog thing?
Travis Scott.
Now, before you mentioned Travis Scott, I think
Um,
it's something like oh yeah, all like those like the big names that are in this movie. There's a lot of big names.
yeah, it's a lot of
And
cameos.
yeah, and I was about to say like all these big names that they like I think they show some of them in the trailer. But they're not in the movie for like very long.
No,
That's what I heard.
it's a lot of people that have like 3 minutes of screen
Yeah,
time.
I was gonna say they show up for like 2 minutes, they like either die or just leave, I think, and never
I
come back.
know, I know. People for some reason kept saying Elliot Page is playing Achilles, which made no sense because Achilles isn't in the Odyssey.
Well, it makes no
So
sense because Achilles isn't trans, so
I mean, firstly, Achilles isn't real, so it does not matter. I'm gonna blow your mind
what
even
do you
more,
mean
JD.
Achilles isn't real, James? He is real. He went into the river Styx. He like rubbed his gooch in the
Uh,
river Styx, and
that
he was all
that's
like, "Oh,
that's
maybe my weakness will be like my heel."
Achilles was like, I'm gonna get everything in the river Styx except for this one heel.
uh, but
Um, but yeah, Achilles isn't in the Odyssey. Uh, and it was so confusing why people were like, "Yeah, Elliot Page is gonna play Achilles." What?
it's a missed
Where,
opportunity, James. Why
I
didn't
mean,
they? Why didn't whatever the Greek uh poet name was who made
Homer.
the Odyssey? Homer, yeah. Why didn't Homer put Achilles in the Odyssey? Missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Well, it's even stranger because I know who Elliot Page's character is, and it's also not a character from the Odyssey, but it's from a different story that they're adding.
Could have been Achilles
It,
then.
well, it's I think Elliot Page is taking on the uh oh fuck, I said his name a minute ago. Ulysses. I think I think
Uranus, yeah.
I think Elliot Uranus. I think Elliot Page is that's what we gotta say for now. Is taking on that character's role of being the first Trojan to die because from what we see in the trailer, they're kind of like at the end of a sword on the beach with the wooden horse.
hmm
So I don't know because again, they're not playing a character from the Odyssey. They're playing a character from a different story that's being inserted, and I think Eurydice, fucking Christ,
Yeah.
Eurydice is being removed from the story to give this character that spot.
Yeah, because
Anyways,
the sequel movie is going to be Eurydice.
yeah, the
It's going to be
sequel.
titled Eurydice by Christopher Nolan. So anyway,
Odyssey 2, Weekend at Eurydice.
yeah. I mean, I've heard it was a good movie. But I heard some like bad cons of Christopher Nolan movies. I guess it's just Christopher Nolan in general.
Yeah,
I heard that there was some mixing problems in this movie, like the sound.
he's. I don't know what his issue
I
is.
think it is. It actually is Christopher Nolan. Like he's like deaf or something, right?
It's Christopher Nolan in the studio. The editors are like, "Please, sir, let us do our job." He's like, "No, I got this."
The sound mixers are like, okay, so let's just boost the dialogue here and lower the music. And then Nolan walks in and he's like, "What? What'd you just say?" You're like, Nolan, we can't understand the dialogue here. Let's just tune it a bit into what? Did you just say you were gonna change this scene? No.
You say he's David Lynch's character from Twin Peaks. What you say, Coop? You want to change how the scene goes?
No. I did notice that with some other Christopher Nolan movies.
It's definitely the case in Tenet, because I just thought it was because we were at an IMAX screening, so it was just extra loud.
No.
But no, it's just genuinely how the audio is. It is in
just how it's
Tenet,
mixed.
the music will just eclipse audio.
I never watched Tenet, so I don't know, but I did see Oppenheimer. And I'm not gonna lie, in Oppenheimer, there are some scenes where it's like the music is just like it's that sarcastic, like if you ever watch a YouTube short where the music's too loud and every single comment's like, "Can you turn the music up? I can't hear the music."
And then the creator replies with, "Yeah, here, I'll get you."
Creator replies with, "Yeah, here." Which is
which post a video with the music even louder.
Which is even stranger because that beginning bit with you, right when I joined the call and you were really quiet, you were saying like, "Oh, my viewers couldn't hear me." So I'm like, "Then why are you so quiet then? Why do you turn your volume down?"
Well, see, the thing is, JD, I'm at the same spot I was when we started, by the way.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I'm at on the dial, I'm at 6.
Sure.
On the sticks, I'm goated. But yeah, on the dial, I'm a 6. And when you were telling me to move it, we've just rounded up getting back to like just below 6. So I don't know. I didn't even move it that far when I like turned it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a world of difference. Like
I don't know.
I literally couldn't hear you when I joined the call. It was that quiet.
It's weird because it's different set because like with Discord, it's always something. With Twitch, I feel like I never have to change it, but I always want to. But then with TikTok, I can't fucking tell because their monitor settings for when you look at your own voice is so confusing to follow. I can't. I genuinely like. I had to call a friend and be like, "Hey, can you just join the live and guide me?" Because I can't tell what the fuck this sounds like.
L Boomer, James. I don't know what else to say.
Even if you listen back to it, it's completely different than how everybody else hears it.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
But maybe you shouldn't have called your friend Christopher Nolan to adjust your TikTok settings because he can't hear.
Hey Chris, you know that sound you were looking for?
Word.
Well, listen to this.
Word.
What?
I don't know how Christopher Nolan sounds, but
by the way, I did hear because we were talking about he's just like a little posh British dude. Oh yeah,
he's British.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I didn't
when
know
I was
that.
in the thing and I was like, well, yeah, you know, it's just how it goes, and it's like, yeah, he's just kind of like that. I will say, I did hear that Robert Pattinson, when he was asked to join this movie,
yeah,
he was the only person that asked Christopher Nolan for a script before agreeing. And he said, it's because I did the movie Tenet and I know how this thing goes with him. Which I think is the funniest.
Robert Pattinson. I heard he did pretty good in the movie. He's the villain, right?
He's the main evil suitor. You remember that one song from Epic that I was telling you about?
Not really.
When I was like, yeah, it's crazy that they got one of the best vocalists for this entire series that they made to be the guy that voices the rapist. And they have just the song that's just him slowly going about like how he's going to kill Telemachus. And then he's like, and then we're gonna pry her way into the queen's halls. And it's just supposed to be like a song about how vile he is as a character.
Can you sing like a little snippet? Do you remember?
No, I do, but no.
All right.
Mostly because I'm not a good singer, so it's gonna sound terrible.
That's why
Uh,
I asked you to do it. But okay, fine, James. Don't.
hold it down. That's all you're gonna get.
Thunder Bringer. That's the song
Through
you're
the
talking about.
ringer. I mean, Zeus is also a rapist, so yeah, technically.
Well, I mean, he's
Um,
just a god, dude. What are you gonna do about that?
he's just a
Nothing.
god that's not in
Just
this
a
movie.
god. He's like Achilles, doesn't exist.
Yeah,
So
he's like
anyway,
Achilles, except he was in this book
so
and should have been in the movie.
yeah, I guess so. That was one issue that I heard is that it's hard to hear dialogue sometimes. I also heard that some people don't like the way the story is told timeline wise because I guess it isn't like fully chronological. It like jumps back and forth. I
So
don't know if
that
that's like a
explains
Christopher Nolan thing or if that's an Odyssey thing.
that's not a Christopher Nolan thing, and that's definitely not an Odyssey thing. That's definitely a choice here. But I will say that explains why it was a sudden jump cut to him throwing puppies off a cliff while talking about finding the perfect puppy. Because I was like, this feels like a Family Guy cutaway gag. this feels so out of nowhere.
Yeah, I heard that people were like, yeah, Christopher Nolan's he's kind of getting into his own mind when he's like trying to do like this non-linear storytelling. There's a reason why non-linear storytelling is a meme and not actually like a thing, you know? So I don't know if I like that. If I had to watch a story, learn about a story that's like only bits and pieces here and there, and have to put it all together at the end. I don't know if I like that very much. But another thing, I just heard this term from this movie, but apparently people are getting a Zendaya fatigue. Zendaya fatigue. You know the actress from
Yes.
Spider Man.
Yeah.
They're having the
Uh,
same thing with her that they had with oh crap, what was his name? The one that played Mandalorian.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, they were like, oh my god, I don't want to see this actor anymore. She's in every single movie.
And I don't even think she's in a lot either.
Is she actually in a lot? Because
I
I don't
think
watch
it's just
movies,
that
so
she did 3 movies that are coming out this year,
I mean
and people were
that's a
like,
lot, I think.
yeah, but it's also she could have just filmed them all like over a period of time, and they just happened to be coming out. But I don't think that is a lot though,
Mm,
because there are actors that are appearing in like John Barenthal. I think has been in like 5 different movies that are coming out this year, but nobody's saying anything.
because well,
I
because they're like tiny movies. Nobody's even heard of them. So
yeah, man,
it's like, what are
nobody's
you
heard
even
of the
talking about?
Odyssey. No one's heard of Spider Man.
He's in Spider Man
He's
and Odyssey.
he's
That's
also
two.
in all of these movies that she's in.
What other movie did he show up in?
Hold on, let me look up.
Because you named two of them that are pretty big.
They spell his dumb last name.
Bernthal.
I always say Barenthal. And I think that's my issue is that I'm always saying Barenthal and stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's because you just refuse to say his name correctly. So
Okay, sorry. He's he's not in 5 movies. He's in 3 movies and 2 TV shows that came out this year.
yeah, I mean, I don't really count TV shows.
Well, I do because that's also what people were complaining about with Pedro Pascal.
Well, that's a different thing. Pedro Pascal is its own thing. Zendaya is his own thing too.
I just think it's definitely a weird double standard people have where it's like I don't know what people are actually upset about with it. Because it's firstly, Zendaya is not very prominently marketed in this, so who gives a shit? And also, again, another person who has a very small amount of screen time. So what does it matter?
I mean, I don't know. I've just heard it.
This is the 3rd movie she's done with Robert Pattinson, though, which is interesting.
Oh, Robert Pattinson was in every single movie that she was in.
Um, well, they're going to be in Dune together.
Right,
Uh,
she was in Dune. I forgot about that.
they're in this movie together.
Yeah.
and they did a wedding movie near the beginning of this year.
I don't know if I count that one. I've never heard of that.
It got popular because the movie is called The Drama, and it's about like she said they played this game of like here's stuff we did when we were kids that is embarrassing to us, and it's like something we regret. And when it was her turn, everyone like was like, "Oh my god, you're the most awful person ever." And the movie kind of got popular because of the marketing being very secretive of what it was she said.
Hmm.
Um,
I killed 4 children and buried their bodies in the
well,
graveyard.
well, JD, you're not far off.
Jesus Christ.
Her secret is that she was going to commit a school shooting, but I something she got like I don't remember how it happened. It was like she was planning it because she was so bullied by the kids,
Yeah.
and like something happened to cause her to get like I think overly embarrassed before doing it that she like sorry, my cat just jumped on my shoulder and now has a claw stuck in me.
Cool.
uh and just something happened that embarrassed her, and so she didn't end up doing it and never went through with it. But
Hmm.
also, in the same moment where she reveals this, another person did straight up admit they had bullied and convinced a kid to go missing and join the search party knowing exactly where they were and lied about it. And nobody reacted properly. It's a weird,
My
insane movie that
honest
has a lot
reaction.
of twists.
No, I think the main issue is just the like I don't know if does Christopher Nolan just like putting big names in his movies just for cameos and stuff?
Oh yeah, he loves oversaturating his movies with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I think maybe they're just tired of that. They'll go in there and be like, why is this like really small character, 2 minute screen time played by Zendaya instead of someone else? But I don't know.
I also feel the same way, but I just don't. I think, I think people that are upset that about Zendaya only aren't acknowledging that it truly is every fucking character in this movie. It really is a mess of just cameos and stuff where it doesn't need to be, and
Yeah.
I think that's what really brings it down. Is that this movie is so oversaturated with just random big names for the cameos, and if
Um,
anything, I think should have had a lot more unknowns.
I heard another. I heard that the dialogue people didn't like the dialogue for
They
the movie, like
there have been some.
the way people talk. Was,
Some of it's a bit modernized in the worst kind of way.
yeah, I heard that they was expecting it to be like oh ye old English or something because it's
Yeah,
supposed to be like ancient Greece or
yeah,
something.
it's
And
Homer at the
instead,
top.
Tom Holland goes in. I think it was specifically Tom Holland's lines where they're like, he comes in, he's like, "Where is Dad at? Where's Dad?"
I think that one's a bit ridiculous to get upset about because I Dad isn't that crazy of a thing to hear. I will
I didn't
say
heard any other dialogue lines, so I don't know.
I heard Elliot Page's line that people have been using, and I think that one's a much better example.
Oh yeah,
Elliot Page is talking to Odysseus
why are
and
you
they
yucking my yum, Odysseus?
Yo, Odysseus, why you jumping on my steez, bro?
Yo, you just
No.
jacked my whole flow.
Elliot Page, they're talking to Odysseus, and I don't remember exactly what they say to begin it, but they start saying, and talk to me and stuff.
Talk to me and stuff. That's the
Talk
line.
to me and stuff. And that's the end of the line. And I was like, that's not good. I was like, okay, that
Christopher,
one, that's a really good example of it not being good. I think the
Christopher, what are
dad
you
is
doing,
kind of
Christopher?
crazy.
That's really
Uh,
funny. Honestly, I need a
you know,
little bit of brain rot in my movies. So that's the
I know
fantasy element of it.
I
Just
know
because
the
the
big
Odyssey
one.
isn't real, it's not a real story. So
That's correct.
it's okay. So it's okay if like they talk in like modern English, and stuff.
Yeah, 6'7", Odysseus, 6'7".
How many men are left, Odysseus? 6, 7.
Odysseus, how many babies are you gonna throw off that wall tonight? Zero.
But yeah, I mean,
uh,
I'm kind of down for it. I'm
I'm
kind of
I'm
down for it.
I'm cool for it if you want to go see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's definitely I. This is something my family didn't realize I was passionate about because it's not something I talk about a lot. But the Odyssey, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Romeo and Juliet, I think, are the three books I know like way too much about because of how much we had to read them in school. Like I don't know why. No matter what grade, what reading level, like
Hmm.
whatever, for English class, we were always made to read the Odyssey, Frankenstein, and Romeo and Juliet
I'm gonna be
front
honest
to
with
back.
you. I don't even remember reading. I remember reading Romeo and Juliet, but I don't think I've ever read Frankenstein.
I was made to read it a lot through in classes. I don't know why, but I know those three books were the most common.
Hmm.
Um, and so they have a very special place in my mind, especially when they get adaptations. So like when Guillermo del Toro made Frankenstein last year, I loved it because it was truly the first, I think, Frankenstein movie that actually was based on the book and not just random bullshit made by the original movie.
I like the Frankenstein movie that had the guy who played young young uh oh crap, I forgot his name.
Oh no,
Charles
he's losing the shit.
Xavier, young Charles Xavier.
Oh
Remember,
yeah,
remember that guy? He
yeah,
played like a Victor Frankenstein, I think, in
yeah.
one
And
movie.
and Daniel Radcliffe played Igor. He had a stunt double
Yeah,
bust out of his back.
yeah.
You're not a hunchback.
And then
You
he
have
stabs the thing
breasts.
into his back and he goes,
Yeah,
ooh. He goes,
he has
mm.
the vent to the. Oh, it's such a gross scene. I'm
I imagine him not even
Oscar.
spitting it out. He just slurps up all of it.
Gulp. uh, Oscar Isaac actually played Frankenstein in a very visually similar way to young Xavier. And I think that's what I love is that that's been a consistent feature of Frankenstein is that we've lost the oh yeah, Victor Frankenstein? Yeah, no, he was very well mannered and groomed. No, he wasn't. He was a fucking insane person. He was a
He
very
could be
eccentric
insane
guy of
and
his
a well
time.
mannered groomed person. I mean, it's
No,
not
because
mutually
his brother
exclusive.
was well mannered and groomed. JD, his
Mhm.
brother was, not
Oh,
him.
so it's
That's
even
the
more likely that he was. Yeah.
that's the contrast of them. That's the important part is the contrast. Anyways, I was really excited about it, and so when I heard Christopher Nolan was doing Odyssey, I was like, oh, I wonder how accurate it'll be. And then more stuff kept coming out, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I
What?
saw what some of the arbors looked like, and I was like, well, it doesn't need to be historically accurate. Because it's not a real fucking thing. I'll let it slide. It's whatever. But but then
Yeah.
I heard about how many characters and things they were removing from the story, and I'm like, okay, this is a nightmare.
Well, first of all, I think it's okay to remove a ton of stuff from the Odyssey because, yeah, I know you say there's a lot of things that matter a lot, but James, not everything matters. In fact,
Yes.
maybe like
Poseidon,
80%,
Zeus, Scylla, those are very, very
maybe
important parts of the
80% of
story.
like all those you just said, Zeus, like maybe you can keep like half of him in there.
You need Zeus. That's the fundamental part. That's why he has
Yeah,
to
you
throw
can
the
keep
baby
half.
over
I
the
just said
wall.
you can keep half of Zeus. You can round up from there. That's 100%.
Oh wait, yeah, Zendaya plays Athena. I forgot. Is Athena even properly done in this movie? Is what I'm wondering too.
I don't know. I don't even know if Athena is really in it that much.
Yeah, that's the worry.
She's a bit too magical, no? And Christopher Nolan hates the magical stuff. I mean, I heard
Oh,
that the Cyclops scene was actually really well made. They built like all
um,
animatronic for it or something.
well, they built a giant puppet
Yeah,
that they
I'm sorry, big puppet for it.
that has like loose limbs that they move around for visual reference. But I've also seen, I forgot, I did see two other clips. I saw a scene of the Cyclops chasing them into the water, and then I've also seen the scene of the giants that I was telling you about, where
Yeah,
it's just the guys in the giant metal suits.
yeah, the Giants.
um and this is my thing where I was telling you, I was like, so the giants are just big people and not like actual how they're supposed to be portrayed giants.
How are they actually supposed to be portrayed other than just big
Well, they're
people?
not they're not just big people. They have very like abstract limbs and like proportions and stuff, like their heads. There are different ways that they're supposed to be portrayed. Much like the Cyclopses aren't actually just like a person whose face is all shifted around. They have very like exaggerated facial features and stuff. Where in this, it's just a guy with like that's like he looks more like a disformed version of the Giants than
Uh-huh.
like a Cyclops.
I mean, he had one eye. It's a Cyclops, and
Yeah,
he's
but it
big.
also looks like he has one eye because of a birth defect, not because that's how he is.
Well, it's because Cyclopses are actually just people who had birth defects, James.
Exactly,
It's really
exactly.
rude to like make them out as like monsters or something.
I've
So
also people have talked about I forget how to say his name, but the guy in the black suit of Trojan armor. Uh
yeah,
People have said that he just kind of ore farms and does nothing else the whole movie,
I heard
which
there's
I
a
think
lot
is
of aura farming actually in this movie. I heard Odysseus actually aura farms a lot.
I'm so afraid that that might have been an actual thing
I,
Christopher Nolan did, where he's like, let's just make the characters aura farm.
I would love it if Odysseus aura farmed like in every single scene that he's in. I heard that I did hear that Odysseus is like really stoic for like the first half of the movie, I think, or maybe even more in the first half, where he just like, he's the alpha, right? He just sits there, like does the
I'm the
slow,
alpha. I'm the strong
does the
one.
dramatic like slow turnaround, look over shoulder, like the thing that Jason Statham move, aura farms. I love that. It's great. But I'm only more excited for it. I don't know what else I hear about the Odyssey. I think that might have been it. But
Yeah, I don't have much else to say because I kind of want to save the rest of my thoughts for when I do see it, so I can, more properly address my issues before, I'm just going off secondhand stuff. But
mhm.
people complaining about the casting has, I think, been the dumbest thing leading up to this.
Yeah, I heard that they didn't. Christopher Nolan didn't cast any Greek people in this Greek story. So that's messed up.
And that's my thing is it's like, well, that's kind of always been the case with the Odyssey, but also it's a thing of, yeah, again, this isn't a real thing. So you can't actually cast any of these characters properly because they're not based on anything real. They're just in Greece generally. But then there are I forget what group it is specifically, but there are black people within the Odyssey's original story and whatnot as well. Uh
You sure about that, James?
I am. That's why I'm saying again, JD, I
I
do
mean,
know.
yeah, but what were those people doing, James, in the Odyssey? What were they doing?
Well, that's the thing that I'm saying. It's like I know they were there. They're not any of the groups that I think we see, and I think they're a group that definitely gets left out a lot. They do exist in the story, but I think the thing is, again, I don't care.
Hmm. Maybe Homer was not as base as I thought he was. Anyway,
Include black
so
people.
I mean, we were saying all this just to wrap it up at the end to say we're not watching the Odyssey. We're instead watching the live action Moana. So let's
I'd kill
let's
myself.
get in there.
I heard that they're already talking about doing the sequel live
Let's
action, and I
get in
just,
there, James. I never watched
you know
Moana.
what? I do want to actually talk about this. I've seen the clips. Maui is so awfully portrayed in this movie because it's The Rock playing himself. He's not even playing it
Yeah.
how he played it when he voice acted the character. He's not moving well either because he's wearing a fake muscle suit
Yeah, he's wearing a gigantic muscle suit and he's like
and he has a terrible wig and it's not even the proper length of hair either. There there's so much there's literally one of the points in the songs where he goes, look at my history, take down my or the fucking whatever it is, tapestry tattooed on my skin. But
Mhm.
then in the movie, he has a magical tattoos, and he has a little guy that's alive that's moving all over his tattoos, constantly animating.
Yeah,
In the
just a little guy
movie,
on his
that barely
tattoo.
happens, and when he says that, it cuts to a wide shot of three rocks. Not
Hmm.
even him. It's not even him showing off his tattoo being magic. It's cutting the three rocks where suddenly his tattoos are projected on the rocks and they're not even moving still. And then they start spinning at a million fucking miles an hour around him. It's so horrible looking. There's
James, I have a distinct feeling you just don't like The Rock. Like why
I
is
no,
that?
I think The Rock does affect movies poorly once they're no longer animated. but also when they're animated for other
Well,
reasons.
obviously they casted Rock to play Maui because the Rock was Maui in the original Moana, which I didn't watch. So we're gonna have to watch because I didn't watch the original one. We should watch the live action one just to get
Yeah,
the story in.
I was gonna say, why would we watch the original if we
Why
could
would we watch
watch
the original when there's a better version of it, which is right here? The Rock in the muscle
when
suit.
when there's a more ugly version that they unsaturated all the fucking colors of?
Oh yeah, I did see that
Dude, what is
they
that? Why did they do
unsaturated a lot of it.
because they posted the behind the scenes footage, and behind the scenes footage is so colorful, and it's like, oh, this feels just like how it's animated in the movie. And then the trailers came out, and it literally looked like they took the raw footage from the camera, did not color grade, and just threw that to editing.
I don't know. Maybe they had Zack Snyder there for the color grading. I don't know.
No, because I'd argue Zack Snyder also did better color grading in fucking these Justice League than this movie did. And that's saying something, man.
Yeah, sure, James.
Um,
You're just
it,
jealous that Moana live action is actually doing way better than Morbius. So
yeah, man, I'm really upset that me and the Morp Cord were losing our minds.
is the Morbius even still alive? Has it not
Dude,
died yet?
The Morp Cord is so active, it blows my mind every time I open it up. And they're also so nice. It's weird.
What did they even talk about in the Cord? They can't be talking about Morbius all the time anymore, right?
No, they're pretty topical. They're pretty hip with it, for the most part. Um, they also they have an ongoing game of Wordle that the whole server plays. And
Right.
so every time they play it, we get little updates on how well they did. Um, this I have noticed it's been partially co-opted by a YouTuber called Salty DK Dan.
I don't think I've heard of him.
He's not like a huge creator, but he has had some like videos that popped off with popularity. That's how I found out about him. He's got a pretty funny series called "So Have You Heard About," and then he'll introduce his friends to really obscure YouTube series. There's one called Analog Horror Pac-Man, and it's maybe the most. It's rough. It's a really rough watch, but they really make it like able to get through. They find somehow some of the most obscure shit ever. But this the Morbius Discord was co-opted by him to the point that the admins of the server changed the name and profile picture to be his little character dressed up as Morbius. Uh, but yeah, Morbicorp is doing pretty well. If anything, it'll just be the occasional Morbius Tuesday GIF.
Well, that's good.
Um,
Wait, what was the original plan that you wanted to do before you got busy for the weekend? Did you want to
I
do
was
another
gonna
craft
say,
shoe special, or was it just a?
yeah, I was gonna say let's do a food thing because we haven't done that in a minute.
I was about to say, yeah, we haven't done
But
the good
also,
old special in a while.
I will admit, I didn't look at what's out when I said that to you, and when I checked, I was like, "Oh fuck, there is not a lot of good options right now. We're in a bit of an oasis at the moment.
I remember
Sorry,
some.
not
I,
oasis,
I
in a
thought
bit
I
of a
thought I
dry."
remember seeing some great options pop up, but they're always from
Oh yeah,
yeah. But then it's one of those things where it's like the idea, the collab is like really cool, but the burger itself is like the same.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about because I did look at it and I was like, "Oh, that's so lame." Don't want to just it's I wanted us to do the Supergirl one for the Supergirl movie, but then when I looked at it, I'm like, it's just like it's funny because it's like, haha, it's Lobo sauce. It's,
Lobo sauce.
it's just called Lobo sauce. It's called Creme of the Yellow Hill sauce. You know, it's like
Creme of the cream of the Yellow Hills?
there's only so much mileage we can get out of that one. So
Cream
it's
of the
like
yellow piss drink? I would love to drink.
it's yeah, it's just a gallon of milk.
I mean, hey, I love it.
um but yeah, there wasn't a lot of options. I'm thinking we do the well, actually, like, what are there any you want to do?
Uh, I have to look it up right now, but right
Like,
now I'm not real. Nothing's
I'll be
really popping off the top of my head. because like the
Um,
second I see the ad for it, it when it goes away, it leaves my brain. I don't remember.
it's like the silent from Doctor Who. It's the moment you stop looking at it, you don't perceive it anymore, and you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I'm like that one X-Men. I forgot his name.
Forget Me
I
Not.
don't remember him.
I love Forget Me Not because he's such a genuinely good and well thought out character for that concept.
Yeah.
And then you have the one that's like, yeah, what if there was an X-Men whose power was just suicide?
Wait, is Burger King still doing the Mandalorian like collab
No,
thing?
I think that one's gone. I think they're
Damn.
doing something else right
I
now.
think that might have been the one I remembered seeing.
The Mandalorian one would have been kind of funny. But then it's also like I think it's just like a Grogu shake, and then it's like Imperial balls.
Imperial balls.
Like,
Is the Odyssey doing anything with fast food?
yeah, man, the Odyssey.
I would love to try a Zeus shake or a
Get our Trojan horse. Or, um, Dave's Hot Chicken has weird collabs because they're not actual collabs. They're they're just like the classic version of like, yeah, this is just putting our branding on something and calling it a day. But it's like,
yeah.
why are we calling it the X-Men 97 meal? It's just have the branding.
Oh yeah, X-Men. X-Men 97.
That's a good show. That's genuinely
Is
some
it?
of the
It
best
kind of looks
superhero.
old. I don't know if I like the I don't like the art style
Well,
of it.
it's just visually recreating that art style, but it is animated in 3D in such a way that you can't tell that
Hmm.
it looks 2D for the most part, but the action is really good. The story is amazing. Um,
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen one clip from it where I think it's Rogue. Rogue is talking to like Captain America,
yeah, yeah.
and then Captain America's like,
You are on
maybe
our
we should
side,
be
ain't you?
maybe we should like think this through. And then Rogue like grabs his shield, flies up, and then
Sorry,
tosses
Rogue.
it
We
to
gotta
the
play this one
mountains.
by the books. You are on our side, ain't you?
Play this one by the books. You are our side, I'm on the side of justice. Flies up, throws the shield into the hills.
Which is great because at the end of the season, we do see Captain America again with his shield. So everyone was like, "Yeah, his ass had to walk to get that."
Yeah, he went over and grabbed it. He was gonna just leave it there.
No, I know, but it's just so funny. Like, yeah, you gotta go get that shit now, man. I
uh,
will say it is an odd thing that Captain America is never like that outside of X-Men comics where they're like, yeah, actually Captain America is just a bootlicker. And it's like, what? No, he hates America, kinda. He hates our government. He loves the country, hates our government. But then the moment he enters a mutant like related comic, he's like, fucking I'm a member of ICE.
goddamn these goddamn mutants. We need to kill all of them.
Call me Captain Ice for the rest of this issue.
Was Taco Bell doing anything? Is that something that was
Taco
ongoing?
Bell, they don't really have anything going on right now. They
I was
just
about to
did their
say
big
we
announcement.
should grab the cyclosporiasis meal from Taco Bell real quick because just to like see what it tastes like.
The what?
The cyclosporiasis meal.
JD, send me whatever you're looking at. I need to know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm just it's not an actual meal. I'm making it up.
Oh,
It's because that parasite that's been going around, cyclosporiasis,
oh,
is
okay.
there's a rumor that it stemmed from Taco Bell. So
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
no.
I was so
There is no
confused. Like, there's no
cyclosporiasis
way.
meal from Taco Bell.
There's no. I didn't even know that was the name of the
When we
parasite.
were doing the
I was
special, I wanted to title it like getting the parasite from
I mean, we could do Taco Bell, and I could just get you like they did add some items that I like on. We could just do that, and then like
yeah,
a
but
couple of their.
we're more of like a limited edition kind of thing instead of like a regular item meal
uh,
kind of thing.
I mean, I have a. There is something Chick-fil-A is doing that we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe. Oh, we'll figure it out on the day of.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll get in the car
that
and
parasite
figure
that's
out
been
what
going around has
breakfast.
been pretty funny because apparently it's only it like spreads from like fresh produce and fruits. I think.
Yeah, it's
And I
like
thought it was
the,
just
the
at
fucking
first I thought it was just
Coca-Cola
like
thing
a
again.
psyop or like a conspiracy theory of people like you who just don't eat anything like produce or fruit related. I was like,
I ate
I
salad
get you don't
earlier.
like eating your vegetables and stuff. We're all adults here, but I get you don't like eating your vegetables and fruits and
I
stuff.
was gonna
But
say the way you said that makes it sound like I'm a spoiled brat. Like I don't want to eat my veggies.
I don't want to eat my veggies.
You can't make me eat
But
this.
James, I mean, out of all the things, I know you just get your burgers and stuff just plain, like just with cheese on there too. The cheese is okay because it doesn't count as vegetables or fruits.
Yeah.
So yeah. You even
Walter
made like
White got me
that
there.
crazy like excuse that like, you're allergic to produce and stuff. Like I
I
didn't
said I
believe
was
it. I still
allergic
don't
to
believe it,
onions.
but
I'm sorry. All I said was I was allergic to onions. I've never said anything
I
else.
I still don't believe it. But you know, we're all adults here. We can choose what we want to eat and stuff.
Yeah, and I choose to not activate my
Yeah,
allergy to
that's fine.
onions.
I saw a Family Guy bit the other day that reminded me of you,
Oh
where
no.
they went to like Fuddruckers. The family went to Fuddruckers, and Peter's like, I got this burger that has mushroom sauce on it, and and this weird like Asian vegetable, and he goes like, Chris, what did you get? And he goes, a plain burger. And then Peter's like, oh,
That
what? Just a plain burger?
that is how I used to eat. Was I would just always get just like fucking meat and cheese and nothing else.
Used to, used to.
I don't do that now.
Okay, I mean, yeah. The KFC special summer special's been back on for a little bit. We haven't done KFC in a
Yeah.
while.
No, we haven't, but I did eat that recently.
Oh, you
Not
actually
the
ate that?
not the summer special, but I ate
Uh,
KFC recently and it was not a good time.
I don't remember KFC ever being good,
It
but
was I think it's because when I had it the first time in like a while, like I hadn't had it since I was like maybe 12
sure.
and I'm 25 now. So it was like 13 years of never having this thing. I had it. I was like, "Oh, KFC actually is better than I remember it being." And then I got it again after that. I'm like, "Nope, never mind. Just hadn't had it in a while."
It's got to refresh the memory. I think that's all I really want to talk about. You want to mention anything else before? Actually, I do have a couple of things, but they're not that big. You
No,
want to?
you can talk about them and I'll get to my things after.
Okay, sure. Markiplier replayed FNAF 2 to
He
redeem
did.
himself after
Crushed
the
it.
allegations came out about him a while back. You remember
The
that?
allegations, yeah.
So, a YouTuber called The Bones 5 made a video on Markiplier's FNAF 2 run that he did 12 years ago. And in that video he was like, yeah, Markiplier like pretty much beyond a shadow of a doubt cheated in that run. He said he did 1020 mode, but what he actually did was he played 420 mode in FNAF 2 and then passed it off as 1020 mode. And then Markiplier did a stream where he played FNAF 2 again to try and beat 1020 mode legitimately. And he did a little section where he reacted to the video on him. And a couple things from the stream that were notable. Um, I think he did. I think he remembers how he cheated, or like what his
Yeah,
thought
that
process
was
was
a
back
big
then.
thing is that he kept saying like I haven't watched the video and I actually don't remember how I did it.
Yeah,
He like kept saying that throughout the
because the
stream. He's
thing
like,
is, the first time
just
he
can't
admitted
remember.
it, in quotations, was that he was like, I don't remember because it's like it was many years ago. So he's like, I don't remember, but it sounds like something I would do. And then in the middle of his stream, he was like he was like flipping through the different modes in the custom night, where I think it has like the same as Sister Location, was like Golden Freddy mode or like Girls Night Out mode,
Yeah.
those kinds of modes. And he's like tabbing through them, scrolling through them, and then he like slows down. And he
He
has
holds
like
his
the
breath by the
moment.
way.
He has that moment
He
where he
like holds
remembers.
his head. He's like, I
Yeah,
remember.
he goes, I remember what I did. So basically, what happened is, I don't think the way he said it actually, I don't think that's actually what happened. or like the mode that he played on. But what he said was he was tabbing through the uh, different game modes to get back to Golden Freddy mode, the 1020, and he accidentally played one of the modes that was like next to Golden Freddy. So he said he accidentally played 1020 mode, and he beat 1020 mode, and he thought that he beat Golden Freddy mode. So then, in the middle of him editing the video, he realized that he didn't actually beat it. So he he just said fuck it, and then just edited it to make it seem like he actually did beat it. And then he said Scott Cawthon covered for him by
He
like
did.
patching.
He's straight up lying.
Yeah. He
It's
said
so
Scott
awesome.
Cawthon covered for him by patching in like the third star on the screen for one of the game modes. That's what he said. That Scott Cawthon covered for him, and then he
This
just
is
left it alone, and that's how he did it.
this is one of my favorite things about Markiplier. He'll just do random editing stuff like this for his videos, just out
Mm-hmm.
of fun or out of like I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And people won't realize and will think it's real because when he was playing Security Breach Ruin, he did a double take at a monitor, and he like had a mental note of like, oh, I should add something onto that for later. He
Yeah.
added a Shadow Bonnie PNG, and people thought it was real to the point that it became a fucking nationwide fucking like epidemic of gamers trying to recreate his run exactly, doing his movements exactly as is. They're like, how did he activate
Yeah,
this? How did he
he
activate
got
this?
he got it. He got their asses. He did.
And he was like, I think on Distractable or something. He's like, oh yeah, no, I wish I edited it better because I didn't. I think that would have actually fooled people. I didn't realize people actually fell for what I did because he thought what he did wasn't even good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what Markiplier says he remembers what happened to FNAF 2. But I think what actually happened was that he tabbed a bit too far because on one side of Golden Freddy there's the 1020, and on the other side is 420. And so what he did is he tabbed too far and played 420, beat 420, and then that's what the actual mode that he played was on, because there was no toy animatronics during the night, or Mangle
Mhm.
or BB, which is what 420 is, just the original 4. And when you beat 420, you get the third star on the screen, and that's it. Only the third star. If you beat Golden Freddy, which is the 1020, you don't get the third star. So anyway, that's what actually happened. I saw that he also replayed Welcome to the Game 3, I think.
I saw that. I saw the notification for
And he
that. I didn't
said
watch
like
that one, but that sounds
Redemption, but I don't remember him ever like cheating on it, or actually I don't remember watching him play it.
well, I think he's
So
more just being like, here's some stuff I wanted to do, like I wanted to like come back to, and
yeah, like
because I've
games
been
that he
making a
played but never
movie,
finished because they were
right,
too
and because I've
frustrating.
made a movie, I haven't been doing games for the longest time, and I've just been doing other content. Now that I'm back,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna have fun.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if he actually beat 1020 mode on FNAF 2. I'm gonna assume that he didn't, because it was only, I think it was a long stream. It was like a 6-hour stream.
Yeah, I didn't finish watching it because God, that's such a long period of time to watch for.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah. Also, he repeated that history repeats itself, because on night 1 when he was
Yeah.
replaying FNAF 2, he went, night 1 is never usually that bad in any of the games. And then he dies to Chica again. By the way, he died to Chica the first time in FNAF 4, where he went like, "Oh, night 1's never usually that bad," and he dies to Chica. And then in this one, he goes, "Yeah, night 1 is not that bad," and he dies.
And he holds his head in his hands, like
Yeah, because he
angry that
realized that
he
he
did
just
it.
did the thing. He did the thing.
It's like he's literally was saying, "I did the fucking meme. I did it. No,
No, character
no,
development
no."
there, folks. That's where we're at. Where we're at.
This Markiplier character. Ooh.
This Markiplier character never change.
You know, apparently they wanted him to cameo in the Free Guy movie, the Ryan Reynolds one,
Oh yeah, and he said
but
no.
yeah, well, he said no because he's like, oh, well, I'd actually like, I'd like the audition to play a character in the movie. And they're like, no, we'd like you to be like a cameo. And he's like, I don't want to do cameo stuff though. I kind of want to like do actual acting. And they're like, well,
They go,
no.
"Oh,
And then they just never
Mark,
called him
you're
back.
not an actor. You're a YouTuber." So
And then he went to do dozens of fucking acting gigs after that. He did some sort of Comedy Central thing. I remember where it's like people calling out like a witch, and he just plays a random villager.
Yeah. Villager
Uh,
Markiplier.
yeah, he's just playing a villager in the back, and then she's like, "Well, that guy's a witch for wearing that kind of hat," and then they all grab him. Markiplier's like, "No, no!" As he's dragged out the door to go be burned at the stake. And he's done that Don't Sleep TV show, I think, for Hulu that they ended up dropping crazily, even though like it was number one, I think, for like
I,
7 days
I've
straight.
never heard of it. Number one for 3 minutes. Yeah, you're right.
And now he's gone and done Iron Lung, which I think was definitely the big stepping stone that a lot of the YouTuber movies that have started coming out needed to get going.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
speaking of, nice transition. Sorry, say what you're gonna say, and then I'll go on it.
wasn't all the YouTuber movies like in production at the same time as Iron Lung, or they've
Iron Lung's
only
been in
come in
production for a
after?
while. Iron Lung's been in production for a hot minute.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I want to say. Where were you gonna go?
Um, Speaking of YouTuber movies, Obsession, JD,
Yeah.
a certain YouTuber covered the movie Obsession and made some of the worst takes ever that the entire internet has turned on this person. I don't know if you've ever seen his content before.
I
He's called Alex Myers.
no.
He has like a little chibi blank anime character, just like a kind of just nothing kind of white
Nah,
like
never heard of it.
nondescript character model. He covered the movie Obsession and made just horrid take after horrid take, sexualizing a character that's like literally under mind control and has no like autonomy. Like it's
Got him.
just
I mean, that's just 10 out of 10 rage bait. Like, he got him.
yeah, that'd be 10 out of 10 rage bait if he also didn't just keep doing it and get worse as it went on, and also has done this in all of his videos forever. Um, he got called out for this because he made, and I've watched the video, by the way, JD.
You've
It's
watched it?
I've watched it. It's a rough watch if you know the movie Obsession that he's even talking about, because then you have the context of everything.
You watched Obsession?
Yes, I watched Obsession. I've
Oh
watched
boy, another Obsession fanboy right here. Yeah.
no 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 no
No,
no no
no, no, no.
no
No.
no no. he
I thought we
he
were having a nice podcast. uh,
you're it's me in the car after I drop you off at the house after we watch a movie, and I'm like, I wish Gizmo Works would be the best podcast host of all time. um, he made terrible takes. He was like, actually, Bear isn't the bad guy. Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
It's so insane that the director, every single cast member, including the actor who plays Bear, had to come out and be like, "Yes, guys, Bear is the bad guy." No,
I
the
mean,
One
that
Wish
just goes to
Willow
show how
is not a
badly like they like wanted to express Bear. Right? It's just a fault of the director if everyone's like, "Oh, Bear is a
no, it's
good guy,"
not
you know.
because no, it's not because guess what? A lot of people did understand this. Just a bunch of idiots didn't and are very loud about it. It's very commonly understood that Bear is the bad guy, but for some reason, some people are like, actually, it's a monkey paw, and the
He's
director had
not
to
a
be like,
bad guy. All
no,
he did is just make a wish. He just made a mistake, James. It doesn't make you a bad person.
except the wish he did was to make somebody be obsessed with him.
He didn't know that the wish was gonna work, James. All right,
It does not
who
matter. He still
assumes that
had
the
the
wish is
intent.
working?
It's still the intent. He still did it. Also, he was a shitty person before that as well. He was already shitty and weird before that. Um, but it's a thing that the director had to be like, guys, I made it very clear in the movie, the One Wish Willow is not a monkey paw. The wish did not do this to her. It's him wishing for this to happen to her that did it. And people were like, no, no, no.
No,
Um,
James, because I clearly remember him saying, "Oh, I wish she just loved me a little bit," and then all of a sudden she turned into
that's
like
not
a
what he said. That's not
crazy
what he said. That's
yandere
not what
thing,
he said.
stabbing herself in the face. Like
Let's be very
that's
clear.
weird, man.
That's not what he said.
That
He
is some
said
monkey paw shit, dude.
that's not monkey paw shit because that's also not what he
That's
said.
monkey paw shit. Because and then later in the movie, when his friend wish for a bajillion dollars, he dies. Like that's some monkey paw shit,
Well, he
dude.
doesn't die because he wished for $1 billion.
He died because he wished for $1 billion, James. Because
No,
what it
that's not
did is
how
it led him to the situation where he died.
I do. That is absolutely the mindset some people have too, and that's the craziest part. People,
That's the
people are
mindset
like,
I have, James. What do you mean some people? I'm right here.
yeah, sure, JD. Anyways,
I watched the movie. I know what happened. Okay,
no,
James?
no, no.
No. Me
But
when
yeah,
LARPing has
it has
failed.
led to people watching Alex Myers content and like kind of just being like, oh yeah, no, he's kind of always been weird and shitty about stuff.
This is a reoccurring bit, James.
Sure.
Once a gooner, always a gooner. There's no
Yeah.
escaping it.
My favorite thing of person who gets caught being a shitty person is like, guys, I'm just joking.
I'm just joking. It's just a
Uh
joke. Okay, fine. It wasn't a joke. Get it? Because that was a scene. CJ's, I watched the movie. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Streamer University.
So, okay. You don't like Alex Myers. Fair enough. You don't have to like everyone.
I haven't liked him for a long time, just in general. But then all this happened, I was like, oh, a more valid reason than just this guy's kind of annoying. But yeah, we can edit there. We don't got to talk about Streamer University.
There's a Streamer University too. Like, what do you?
Yeah, they started Streamer University too. It's rough.
We could say that for next time then.
Yeah. we have to because
I want a lot of things to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of annoying stuff to talk about, and I want to let it finish playing out because I think it only goes for like a week.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you keep track of that, and I'll be the unaware viewer.
By next week, I'll be in chains, and I'll be calling in from prison to do the show.
That's fine. Just make sure that I'll make sure I'll put it in post. I'll edit and post so that the audio isn't that bad.
Yeah, you're gonna fix my audio.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed, you should like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon to get notified when these episodes drop. And they drop every Sunday. If you like James, check him out in the links below. He's there. He streams. I hope you had an awesome day, and if not, I hope it gets better. James, bring us out.
So I like telling my family that I'm going to be going to jail.